Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to change both alternators and a pulley on a 2015 Chevy Silverado with the 6.6 DURAMAX. Yeah, there's the belt, and we're going to go out to the truck and take a look at it. Alright, under the hood on it, you can see we got one alternator here, one alternator here. And what actually failed is the decoupler pulley on this alternator. There's the spring for it, and it's pretty well, it still moves kind of, but, and I shredded the belt was wrapped around everything. So we're going to replace this alternator, and then while I was checking it out, there's actually an idler pulley down a little farther under the tensioner that felt a little tighter than the rest of them, so we're going to replace that too, so hopefully this guy doesn't have any more problems. Alright, the first thing we're going to want to do is disconnect the negative battery terminals from both batteries. So this is on the driver's side. What I have to do is loosen the nut. You don't have to take it all the way off. And then you can wiggle it up. Then we'll just tuck it down out of the way. Now we'll go to the passenger side. And I forgot to mention it, they're both 10mm nuts. So on the passenger side, let's loosen that one, and we can wiggle that one up and off, and then we'll tuck it down out of the way. Alright, next thing we want to do is disconnect the electrical connectors from both alternators. And yes, it is storming. We're trying to get done before the rain gets here. But the nuts are 13mm. And once you break them free, you should be able to just spin them off. Take that cable out of the way, and since the battery's disconnected, it doesn't matter if it touches something that's metal. Alright, now that's disconnected, we'll disconnect the other electrical connector. You just pinch it. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but it's really just a pinch, and once you get a pinch, you pull it off. Now we'll go to the other side. Now on this one, we'll pull the black cover off and break the nut free. Take that one off. We can pull that battery cable off. We'll just tuck it back out of the way. Then just like the other side, we'll pinch the connector and pull it off like that. Alright, now we're going to take this alternator off. First thing is this little connector back here. We just take the little pry bar and just knock it off the back of the bolt. And then they're 15mm. We'll loosen them, take them out. Alright, now once they're all the way loose, we'll just kind of flex this upper radiator hose out of the way. Take that one off. Then we'll take the bottom, make sure on the bottom, I'll try to get out of the way so you can see, there's going to be two bolts. This one holds the bracket to the front cover. The one right below it is actually the alternator. So if you take this one out, the whole bracket's going to come off. So make sure you take the lower one out and then this upper one. And then you kind of wiggle it. And if it doesn't want to come out, you can use a pry bar. And once you get it slid out of there, pull it out just like that. Alright, this alternator is going to be a little odd. We got one bolt here that will loosen. That's, I'll say, easy to get to. And then the next one up here, actual part of the fan shroud is blocking it, so we'll use a wrench and start working it out. And I don't know if we'll get lucky and not have to move the fan shroud, but I'm thinking we're going to have to. It's all the way out, but as you can see, it actually is hitting this plastic here. So what we'll do is down here, there's a 13mm bolt that holds that bracket to the accessory bracket. So we'll take that out and see if we can move it just enough to All right, we got the bolt out for this plastic shield, and as you can see, it actually, we'll see if it'll flex enough to get that bolt out. First thing I'm gonna do is take that bolt out, use an electric ratchet, if it'll get on there. Get that one out first. Now, maybe, or not. Let's try, we'll take this bolt out and see if we can get a little more movement out of it. All right, now we got that bolt out. I feel like there's all kinds. Oh yeah. Now we can take this and shift it out of the way. Pull that bolt out like that. Now, yeah, we're gonna use a pry bar. Take a pry bar, find a way to get in here without taking anything else off. Work that up like that. Like I said, this one over here is kind of a pain in the ass, but kind of wiggle it. Freaking bee. Trying to be best friends with me, and I don't want to be best friends with it. Now if we tilt her up, we should hopefully clear the AC line and slide her out, just like that. All right, now while we're here, if you spin this idler, it spins freely. And if you get on here, that one looks like might be a piece of belt stuck in the bearing. But we're gonna go and replace that pulley while we're here. The 15mm bolt. So we have broke free. Now we'll grab the electric ratchet. Get almost all the way out, and then we'll get the rest by hand so we don't drop anything. Just like that. All right, we're gonna go and compare to make sure our new parts match the old parts. Which pulleys look the same, brackets look the same, they're identical, and it's the same on both sides. So we know that's good. We'll compare the pulley. There's the old pulley. Compare the new pulley. Inside looks the same. Pulley does look a little different, but they're the same diameter. The hole size is the same, so that'll work. All right, now we're gonna put the new pulley back on. Reach down, get it started by hand. Once it's started, we can grab the electric ratchet and we'll just run it all the way in. Switch hands so I can see. All right, that bolt is going to get torqued to 37 foot-pounds. All right, now we're going to install the more difficult of the two alternators. Slide that one down and start slowly shifting it into place, paying attention not to let it get bound up or break anything. There we go. Get it started in the the grooves that it slides down into. Take one of the bolts. Just kind of play with it a little bit. Here we go. You should be able to start it by hand, like that. Then we'll wiggle that down. If it doesn't want to go, you can take a dead blow or a rubber mallet and tap on it. But you don't want to use a regular hammer. You don't want to break the case. We'll kind of see if we can get the bolt to... Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a mallet. Alright, like I said, we'll just tap here. You see it just move down. Then the bolt slide in. And you might have to wiggle it with the pry bar to get everything to line up. That one started. That one's bottomed out. Bottom out this one. And those bolts get torqued to 37 foot-pounds. Alright, now that that alternator's back on, we'll put the 2 bolts in that hold the fan shroud to the engine. And these, just go and snug them up. Just like that. All right, now we're going to install the easier of the two. Slide it down. And then actually on this one, if you can, if you start the top bolt, it's going to line everything up. And we should be able to just slide this bottom bolt through. Just like that. Then we'll mess with the alternator until we get them both started. We don't want to start them with the power tool. There we go. Both started. Now we'll run those down. And those get torqued to 37 foot-pounds. Alright, now it's installed, torqued to 37 foot-pounds. We'll take this wiring retainer that's in the back, slide it on the back side of the bolt. Then we'll come up here to the side. We'll take the one electrical connector, we'll push it until it clicks. Then we'll go ahead and take the nut and lock washer off of the alternator. Then we'll grab the cable. There it is. Slide it on. And put the washer on. And we'll start the nut. Alright, once you got it ran down by hand, we'll go ahead and use the ratchet to snug her up. Then once she's snug, go and grab a torque wrench and it torques to 106 inch-pounds. Alright, now on this side, we'll hook up this electrical connector. Again, just push it until you hear her click, like that. We'll go and take off the nut. Slide the battery cable onto that. Turn on by hand, and then this one also gets torqued to 106 inch-pounds. All right, now that everything's on, we will reconnect the negative battery cables. Slide that one up and on. Make sure it's fully seated on the post. We'll just snug that one down. Don't need to make them crazy tight. Just like that. All right, finally want to install the serpentine belt. It is very hard. I obviously could not record doing it because my camera guy had to be another set of hands. But as you can see, you have your tensioner over on the left. It goes around that, under the pulley that we did replace, and it'll go up to the harder of the two alternators, back down on the other idler, then it'll hop over to the AC compressor, down around the other idler, over the second alternator, down around the power steering pump, around the water pump, and then around the crank. All right, now that you've double checked everything's hooked up, everything is tight, we're going to go and start the vehicle. And if it died, make sure you charge the battery. So I started, gauge sweep, then hopefully we'll be around 14. Yeah, around about 14 volts. Need to, it's low on fuel, but cycle the windows and we'll see what the check engine light is. But other than that, she is charging like she's supposed to.